Top 10 SEO ranking factors. I'm going to go through the 10 that I think are the most important. Although, that being said, there are more than 10 in this sheet that I've put together. Also, if you want this sheet, head over to the link in the description and fill in the form. You'll get the full PDF. You can download it. You can use it whenever you want. So, I've broke this down into categories. So you've got content here. You've got architecture, you've got HTML, EEAT, off-page SEO, user experience, harmful, so things that could actually pull down your website. Local SEO, knowledge panel SEO, so if you're trying to build a brand and you're trying to get like a knowledge panel, these would be like the things that you would want to focus on. Then you've also got e-com SEO as well. Now, this would apply to every type of website. It doesn't matter if you are a local business. It doesn't matter if you're selling products online and you're trying to improve rankings. It doesn't matter if you're an affiliate website. Every single website this would apply to. I'm only going to go through the top 10 because otherwise this video would be like 60 minutes long. If you do want me to go through the entire thing, let me know in the comments. But let's get started. So, in the content section, we've got multimedia, and the reason why I'm putting that as being number one, +5, is because when it comes to Google AI overviews, we're seeing a lot more of images, a lot more of videos, and so be it. Some Spotify podcasts and stuff like that can rank very, very well. So if you can set up, or if you could rank images, if you can rank videos, or just be multimedia rich, that can definitely go a long way. Another thing as well, when it comes to the audio, Google does read the transcripts of videos as well. So even though I've just put audio, it doesn't mean go and like do an MP3 podcast. You can do any one of these and it will end up helping your website. Then when we've got the architecture, we've got the crawlability of your actual website. So how easy is it for search engines to crawl your website and also understand what your website is about? The biggest thing that I would give, or the biggest tip that I would give in this section is try and run a Screaming Frog audit or a Sitebulb audit. Or if you've got a bigger website, I would maybe even do like a Jet Octopus audit. And that will tell you where search engines are actually reading and entering your website and crawling your website. Otherwise, if you don't know that, you don't know which pages you should be optimizing. Another thing as to why this has become a lot more important, because I actually done the SEO periodic table maybe 3 or 4 years ago. This is an updated one I done maybe four weeks ago. Another reason why crawl is so important now is that all the LLMs are actually crawling people's websites. So if you're doing a search on Google Gemini, or if you're doing a search on Claude, if you're doing a search on OpenAI's ChatGPT or Grok or whatever, if the search engines or the LLMs can't read your website, that's going to be a major issue. One little bit of a tip, if you aren't shown in any AI overviews or in any ChatGPT, Grok or whatever, if your website is on Cloudflare, just make certain that Cloudflare is actually allowing the AI bots to crawl your website, because by default it actually unticks the box. So just make certain that it is actually ticked, especially if your website's on Cloudflare. You'll be able to find loads of videos if you just search Cloudflare stop LLM, and there's a lot of guides on it. So the next section is for HTML, so like how your web page is actually structured. And for here, the biggest ranking factor I've put is titles. So build titles that target intent and contain primary keywords. So what I mean by that is, for example, a lot of people would go after the Ultimate SEO Guide, and that would definitely get a lot more searches than the Ultimate SEO Periodic Table by 2025, or for 2025 by Kasra Dash, right? It's just a title that I'm not really that bothered about ranking this, because it's more of like an informational guide that people watching this YouTube video would go on. They might read a couple of the bullet points or the subheadings, and then they'll fill out the actual form. So in some cases, you would want to care more about your titles. In other cases, if it's like an informational guide, that maybe 5 or 10 people might actually look at per month, that's okay to do as well. So in this case, if you're just going to be focusing on SEO and you don't care about YouTube referral traffic, Facebook traffic, all that, then this is going to be a lot more important than the example that I've just shown you right now. So make certain that you've got your title actually set up correctly, and then also subheadings as well. So let me find an article that I recently done that's got a lot more of a better heading structure. So this article here, it's trying to rank for what's the best SEO tools, and I've actually clustered the subheadings and the tools into different categories of tools. So even the H2s are still on point. So we've got the best keyword research tools, we've got analytics and monitoring tools, we've got best SEO content optimization tools, so on and so forth, right? Link building tools, etc., etc. I think we've also got technical SEO tools as well. Now, the reason why I've set this page up is because it just makes sense. If somebody's looking for the best SEO tools, they might also look at the best technical SEO tools or the best link building SEO tools. So you want to try and chronologically make all of your subheadings, all your H2s, all your H3s actually make sense, and it should actually be worthy of being on the actual page as well. Then for EEAT, we have got authority. Now, authority has become a lot bigger, especially if you're trying to rank in the Google AI overviews, or if you're trying to rank in ChatGPT and stuff like that. And what I mean by that is, and I'm going to have a separate video on this altogether, authority is earned through links, mentions, and real reach, right? And if we look at the entire SEO landscape over the past, let's say, 12 months, everybody has been talking about how important digital PR is. So getting Telegraph and Daily Mail and whatever else big news publisher out there to mention your brand. And the reason why they're saying that, they might not even know this, is the fact that people will see your brand on Telegraph or Daily Mail, and they will actually search your brand. And in some cases, the Telegraph and Daily Mail and stuff like that, they might not even link out, but that doesn't mean that it's going to stop people from searching your brand. So indirectly, you're getting more branded search by doing digital PR, which is a really good thing. Getting mentions. So if you can get listicles mentioning your brand alongside your competitors, that can also help as well. So if you take a look here, I have just searched best link building agencies, and we've obviously got like the link building companies here, which is like all the knowledge panels of each individual company, but we've also got the AI overview above that. And if we were to take a look at like some of these websites, there are a lot of different websites that are listicles. So if I do Scale, for example, is the top 8 link building services actually worth your money? And if we take a look here, they will be companies that are actually mentioned in. So as you can see, they've obviously put Scale themselves as being number 1. Then they've got Fat Joe, which if you remember, we've got Fat Joe here, and they are also mentioned. Are they mentioned in the AI overview? They are not. Let's see if there are any others. So authority builders, as you can see, authority builders. Links that rank. I don't believe links that rank actually has an AI overview. So that was 4. Where's the other? I could have swore this article said 8, but they've only mentioned 4. Let's take a look at this. 8 best link building agencies in the world. So they have got Click Intelligence, The Creative Composite, Stroud Valley SEO, Prism Studio, Long Weekend, We Outrank, Sure Oak, Siege Media. So they do actually have 8. Now, what I would be doing if I was trying to get into any of these listicles or these roundups, whatever you want to call them, there's multiple different names for these, is I would literally just grab this domain name, so clickintelligence.co.uk, and I would run it through a tool called hunter.io. So this is what it looks like. I think I've actually used this before in previous videos, but I've just grabbed the URL, so clickintelligence.co.uk, And then we've got people that are in the marketing department, people that are in the sales department, managing or management. If you want to go one step further, try and find the actual offer as well of this article. In some cases, they do have a little small offer box that you could reach out to. And I would literally just grab, let's say, for example, it was where is the marketing department? Let's say it's Kaylee, right? I would grab her email, so kaylee.w, click intelligence. You've even got the LinkedIn as well. And I would do a small little email saying, hey, you've got this article here about the 9 best premium link building agencies. I have got link building agency xyz.com. What do we need to do to be listed in this article? And in some cases, they will just list you as well. So that can work very well. Another little strategy that you can do for this as well is create a very similar article and say like, hey, we've done this article on the 9 best link building agencies for 2025. We've linked you guys. We were hoping that you could link back to us as well. And that also works very, very well also. So that's enough about the authority. There's obviously a lot more that you can do as well, like expertise, trusts, whatever else. Then we've got link quality. So link quality, it's almost kind of gone in link building favor, if that makes sense, because you can literally just Google any keyword that you are trying to rank for, and if there's an AI overview, Google's kind of telling you in a way like, hey, you need backlinks from all of these websites, and it basically goes in your favor. It's really hard to mess up link building. That being said, if you are buying links from vendors, for example, there are a lot of links that have been manipulated for DR, for traffic, and those links just don't push any power at all. So if you are buying links, if you're purchasing links, always be wary of that, because a lot of the links, they have been manipulated to almost lure SEOs in to try and just get them to spend money, and in a lot of cases they don't even push the needle. They actually provide, or they de-rank you as opposed to actually helping your website rank higher. So just remember that like links, they're not all equal. They can have a negative effect to your website is what I'm trying to say. Again, I do have a video on this, but I will probably need to make a more updated video on how to spot bad links as well. So then we've got user experience. So user experience, site should be easy to use, accessible, and hold attention. One pro tip that I could give you on this section is don't just look at your website on what it looks like on desktop. Always look at it on mobile. I think the last time I searched this, I want to say it's something like 70% of all traffic now is on mobile. We can do a quick search right now. So mobile device generated around 64.35 of all website traffic, while desktop computers account for 35.96. Now, there are a couple caveats to this. Like, for example, if you're booking a flight, a lot of people prefer to still use desktop. If you are in an older industry, and what I mean by an older industry, like for example, if you are trying to rank in bingo and gambling, for example, bingo is an older generation. They will have more desktops as opposed to like iPhones and iPads and stuff like that. There are a couple caveats to that, but again, that shouldn't stop you from optimizing for mobile first, because again, if certain pages of your website get more traffic from mobile, there's going to be other pages that will kind of balance it out. So take this as like the rule of thumb that you're, if out of, let's say, 10 visitors, 6 of them are going to be from mobile. So just take that as a rule of thumb. Make certain that your website is actually optimized on mobile first as opposed to desktop first, because we are kind of moving away from desktops, even though I am recording and searching on a desktop right now. Then we've got cloaking. So don't show search engines different content than others. I see this a lot in like the gambling industry, adult niches and stuff like that. It always kind of, it works for a while and then it stops working and then your website gets tanked. So if you are doing anything like that, just be wary. I have also put like link schemes as well, which kind of goes to what I was saying before about link quality. So link buying, spamming, AI spun links and getting penalized, it happens actually more than what people think. Like, people do still get manual link penalties and stuff like that. So just be wary of that as well. Then we've got types of SEO here. So I'll cover the free. The first one is local SEO. Again, I might be sucking eggs here, but a Google business profile is key to ranking on local maps. So just make certain that you've got a Google business set up. And then the next step would be to like get reviews. Then we've got knowledge panel SEO. So making certain that you actually do have Wikidata, you've got Crunchbase, for example, anything like that for either yourself or for your business that will help you get a knowledge panel. That was one of the biggest things that helped me get my knowledge panel. So I've kind of put this in a small little document. It's not as crazy as what people think it is to try and get a knowledge panel. And then you have got category content. So this is for e-com SEO. Category pages, you need to have content. So just literally by adding category or content to your category pages, that can help you a lot. And what I mean by category content is this is obviously the homepage of a website. This is the category page that holds all of the products that are in that category. And as you can see here, they've got a little bit of category content above the fold, and actually, they don't have any content below the fold, but some people actually have above the fold and also below the fold. Let's see if they've got any on their vape kits. No, oh yeah, they do here. So they've got like FAQs. They've got a load of FAQs that's also internal linking to other category pages, product pages, and stuff like that as well. So just make certain that you have got everything covered when it comes to that. Again, there's a lot more when it comes to e-com SEO. Like, we've got product description, so making certain that your products also have a unique bit of text as well. So as you can see here, these guys are crushing it. That's why I always like to go back to these guys when I use them as an example. You've got architecture. Again, if you want this periodic table for you to download, head over to the link in the description. Here it is here. And you can get the full PDF completely for free. Promise I won't try and sell you anything else. And if you have liked this video, please remember to leave a like. And if you want to work with me, hire me as a consultant. Maybe you want me to do your entire SEO, you've just not got time. Kasra.com/contact. Again, the link will be in the description. Thanks for watching.